My name is Junior Thompson, and I want to speak with you today about the dangers of smoking. In the past 2 years, the evidence of the dangers of smoking has become very familiar to me and my family. Two individuals in my family, my father-in-law, Harvey Swisher, has been diagnosed with bladder cancer in January, and he was also diagnosed with lung cancer in March. After numerous radiation treatments and therapy, his future is still uncertain. I also have a brother-in-law who's currently undergoing chemotherapy for lung cancer. He is now at a stage 4 in his lung cancer, and his outlook is bleak. But seeing the struggles and seeing the sickness and the weakness that cigarette smoking has caused to my loved ones is very difficult. And I just hope to inform you of the dangers that are associated with smoking and the diseases that smoking can cause. My research shows me that cigarette smoking is responsible for worldwide more than 5 million deaths per year. And that the current trends that show the tobacco use of our public today, it will be more than 8 million deaths annually by the year 2030. Not only does smoking cause deaths, so many deaths per year, but it's also associated with numerous diseases that lead to premature death and disability. Cigarette smoking not only causes these deadly diseases, but it's also costly to our country. Healthcare costs to treat these diseases, which are related to smoking, is staggering, and the financial gain that the tobacco industry makes at the expense of these smokers is outrageous. According to the American Lung Association, every year 344,000 Americans die of lung disease, making lung disease the number 3 killer, responsible for 1 in 7 deaths. Health hazards and statistics associated with smoking, according to the American Lung Association, are numerous and include the following facts. Cigarette smoke contains nearly 4,800 chemicals. 69 of those are known to cause cancer. Smoking is responsible for 90% of lung cancer deaths and approximately 80 to 90% of all COPD diagnoses. About 8.6 million people in the U.S. have at least one serious illness caused by smoking. In current smokers, chronic lung disease accounts for 73% of smoking-related illnesses. Disease caused by smoking include chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema, coronary heart disease, strokes, abdominal and aortic aneurysms, acute myeloid leukemia, pneumonia, bladder, esophageal, laryngeal, lung, oral, throat, cervical, kidney, stomach, and pancreatic cancers. Smokers die significantly earlier than non-smokers. 13.2 years is the average for men, and 14.5 years is the average for women. Smoking in pregnancy accounts for an estimated 20 to 30% of low birth weight births, and along with 14% of premature deliveries, and some 10% of all infant deaths are due to smoking. The smoking prevalence is declining due to public service announcements and awareness efforts. However, there are still far too many people that smoke each and every day. The American Lung Association has broken down the statistics on smoking, and they're as follows. The annual prevalence of smoking has declined more than 50% between 1965 and 2009. And in 2009, 20% of adults were smokers. Male tends to be higher in this percentage than females. In 2009, 23.5% of males smoked compared to 17.9% of females. Smoking in 2009 was highest among non-Hispanic whites at 22.2%, intermediate among non-Hispanic blacks at 21.3%, and lowest among Hispanics at 14.5%, and Asians at 12%. The tobacco industry tends to target our youth. Many begin smoking in high school. They're too young to realize the lifelong addictions, and the devastating consequences that come with smoking. According to the American Lung Association, half of all smokers started smoking before their 18th birthday. In 2009, 19.5% of all high school students were current smokers, and over 5% of middle school students were smokers. The cost of smoking is overwhelming to both health care and the purchase of tobacco products. The fight against smoking is proven to be essential for the health of our country. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the cigarette industry spent $8.37 billion on advertisements and promotions. Smokers spent approximately $23 million every day on tobacco products and healthcare costs to combat the diseases that are caused by smoking. In recent years, much emphasis has been placed on the dangers of secondhand smoke, leading to many changes in our culture. In much of our country today, you cannot smoke in public areas and public buildings. It's against the law to smoke, including restaurants. This has decreased the exposure of secondhand smoke to many of the non-smoking population. The Surgeon General released statistics covering the effects of secondhand smoke in 2006, and these results were alarming, and they triggered many changes that we needed in America. Several health concerns associated with secondhand smoke were found in that Surgeon General's report, and two of them are as follows. Secondhand smoke causes premature death and disease in children and adults who do not smoke. And secondhand smoke has intermediate adverse effects on the cardiovascular system and causes coronary heart disease and lung cancer. The good news out of all this bad news is that you can quit. There are many resources available to everyone today to stop smoking. There are many smoking cessation programs that are available in most healthcare facilities in nearly all the communities. Nicotine is an addictive drug, and many times it takes multiple times before the smoker can finally kick the habit. There are many resources available to assist you in to stop smoking. There are nicotine patches, nicotine gum, and counseling. Recently, many drugs have been developed to decrease the nicotine craving. According to the American Lung Association, success is improved when nicotine replacement therapy is coupled with support groups or counseling. There are many benefits associated with quitting smoking today. Some of them, according to the American Lung Association, include improvement in lung functions can be seen in as little as a few weeks after quitting. In those who do not have chronic respiratory illness, coughing, and other respiratory symptoms improve within weeks of quitting smoking. It is important that young adults realize the importance of quitting early before they develop any chronic or long-term illnesses. Smoking, in conclusion, smoking is the number 3 cause of death in America. However, it is the number 1 most preventable cause of death in America today. Smoking and the disastrous side effects that come with it have a huge impact on our country. Not only economically, but also in suffering, in disability, and in death. We as a society must get the message out. Our children must be informed on the deadly consequences of entering into an addiction that will wreak havoc on their lives. We have an obligation to inform, to provide, and to educate those in need concerning smoking and the long-term outcomes and the effects that it has. It's essential that we provide resources for those wishing to quit. Many people today are heartbroken over the death of loved ones due to smoking. We as a society must take a stand, and we must let the tobacco companies know that we are no longer going to allow them to steal our loved ones to make a profit for themselves. This is a habit that affects many families across America today. I encourage you, if you smoke,